Hello, I'm Edward Lehner, and I'm a researcher with Captura Fund. We are in the middle of a series entitled The Short and Evolving History of Cryptocurrency Funds. And in particular, today, we're going to discuss the cryptocurrency winter of 2018 through, let's say, roughly the summer of 2020. This video, which is the fifth in our series, since we want to discuss the cryptocurrency winter, this is really a relevant topic since so much changes in the industry during this time. Particularly, we want to discuss the growth of the industry and the way it relates to investors and how they garner exposure to this space. There is so much happening during this time frame. In 2018, this really is an interesting time since we're coming off the large bull market of 2017, but also new questions need to be answered. For example, after the bull market of 2017, many cryptocurrencies retrace by 60 and some coins retrace by 80%. How do the markets respond? And another question is, what happens during the cryptocurrency winter of 2018 related to regulators? There's a wealth of ICO problems in 2017, and there are many other concerns. For example, the problems with BitConnect, the Quadriga exchange, and John McAfee touting many ICOs and altcoins for profit. The intersection of regulation and cryptocurrency begins in earnest, really, almost as soon as Bitcoin starts, but it particularly starts with a very specific focus after the bull market of 2017 and the beginning of the crypto winter of 2018. So there's much to discuss about this cryptocurrency winter. This focus, in particular of a cryptocurrency winter, it could go in many directions. But the direction I want to take this video is in the direction of focusing on venture capital coins. This is a relatively new development, and it creates a number of new opportunities, but also it changes the space. So firstly, related to VC coins, there's a great deal of investment during the space, during this time period, and particularly in the space, yet the focus is somewhat different. It's different than, let's say, the successful altcoins and the successful ICOs like EOS of 2017. It's a very different focus because VC gets involved in this very nuanced way in the creation of new either scaling coins or new cryptocurrency platforms that are funded or supported at the base layer with a coin. Since venture capital and the development of new altcoins is such a theme during the cryptocurrency winter, we want to talk about this in a very specific way. That is, today's thesis is the idea that venture capital coins are a new development. And since they happen during, or they begin, the capital formation starts in the cryptocurrency winter of 2018, and it really begins to thrive in the new bull market that starts, let's say, in earnest during the summer of 2020, we want to discuss this in a very specific way. That is, I want to discuss our points by talking about one new smart contract platform in particular, and that is our example of Solana. As you know, Solana is a smart contract platform, but it's funded very differently than the ways that Ethereum was funded. If you remember in our past video, we talked a great deal about how Ethereum was funded. Our thesis here is, in our case in point is Solana, is that venture capital takes on a new approach by starting coins directly. And I want to discuss Solana in particular, although we could talk about Polygon or Polkadot or other coins that are funded in a very similar way. In other words, coins, particularly layer 2 coins, or in this case a layer 1 coin like Solana, creates a new way of funding coins, and it mirrors the ways that startups are funded. Our primary focal point is Solana and what Solana hopes to unleash, building on the smart contract platform idea, the one that really is unleashed by Vitalik Buterin in his white paper on Ethereum. Solana hopes to be a layer 1 solution. And in particular, after the bull run of 2017, it became apparent that blockchains could not deliver fully on its promises. In particular, the slow speeds of Ethereum and the slow speeds of BTC. So secondary solution blockchains really came to the fore. And in this case, related to Solana, they hope to become a layer 1 solution and a smart contract platform on which many other people will build. And since Solana is our example, and it's a great example because its price dramatically grows. Solana, taking on this startup mentality, goes through a series of funding almost as if it were a startup. Solana is funded in a number of ways, and you can see some of the seed investing going back to 2018. And some highlight that when you look at the Solana funding, it really becomes mainstream by 2021. But dialing this back a year or two more, dialing this back to 2019, we see that funds like Multicoin Capital report a return of roughly 20,000% on coins like Solana. And you can see that Multicoin Capital gets involved with Solana in 2019. Other investors were involved in the 2021 funding round, like mainstays in crypto like Andreessen and Horowitz, or Polychain Capital, or Coin Fund, as we already mentioned, Multicoin Capital, but also Alameda Research, and others get involved with the funding of Solana in 2021. But this idea that Solana is providing this new framework for coin solutions, that is, they're being funded like startups, and they're going full-fledged and being funded by venture capital. This is a dramatic development in the cryptocurrency winter of 2018. So as we want to start beginning our summary of this video, we talked briefly about the cryptocurrency winter of 2018 through 2020. So much happens during this cryptocurrency winter, but the major development we want to focus on here is there is a great deal of capital formation centering on the development of new coins. And this is quite different than the ICO craze of 2017. And really what we begin to see is that venture capital and coin investor exposure is happening quite differently. And it's very different from the discordant and dissident tech that really focused on the development of cryptocurrency, let's say the development of Bitcoin. This is a very different type of funding scenario related to the development of coins. So analysis, what are we to make of this? It's hard to say what the full-fledged rise of VC coin means for the industry. As you can see, the time frame of roughly 5 years, how much the industry changes from a few investors centering primarily on blockchain to a number of institutional investors, or in this case, venture capitalists, focusing on the development of their own coins. This is quite a change as it relates to ushering in a new phase of development and funding in cryptocurrency. Please join us in our next video where we'll focus on the bull run of 2021.